Kylian Mbappé. Kylian Mbappé is currently injured. I mean, the guy is nursing an ankle injury, and this has made him to miss the last 2 matches for Real Madrid. The match against Man City, Kylian Mbappé was not in the starting lineup, and he will miss Real Madrid next match against Alaves. What does this tell you? It tells you that the law of diminishing returns has finally caught up with Real Madrid. Now, for most of you football lovers who are not familiar with the term law of diminishing returns, this is just a simple concept that says when more of an input is being added to production, whereas other fixed outputs are being neglected, a time will come whereby the output, the result will begin to increase and begin to drop, and it gets to a point where it reaches 0. The input we are talking about is like the utilization of the players. Among all the inputs in Real Madrid, the players, Mbappé has been the one that has been used subsequently, consistently for a long time. This guy has scored over 50% of Real Madrid goals this season. Just him alone. The order of the inputs are firing blank. Rodrigo just scored his first goal in 33 matches against Man City yesterday. Vinicius has been so erratic. I don't know if Vinicius has registered a total of 10 goals and assists in all competition. Only Mbappé has been the one that has been taking them. And guess what? It got to a time that Real Madrid were 5 points ahead of Barcelona. And what happened? The output, the points begin to go down. It dropped. 3 consecutive draws, and 2 of those draws were in the La Liga match. And right now, what's going on? Real Madrid are 4 points below Barcelona. Barcelona has eclipsed them. And what happened during those times? Mbappé was not as efficient as he was. Mbappé has dropped. The output has dropped. And right now, this man is currently injured. The match against Alaves, Real Madrid, Alaves is a very stubborn side. You won't be surprised if Real Madrid draw or lose that match. With the way things are going. Now Alonso has been he has been like given a little backup by the Real Madrid hierarchy, because I learned that he was supposed to be sacked if Real Madrid lose against Man City. But sacking him midway in December is not the right call. They just have to wait till January so that the coach that comes in can be able to do some shuffle and make some signings. But far from that, I'm so focused on Kylian Mbappé. When Kylian Mbappé was on super form, everybody really was so carried. We were so carried away by this fleeting performance. I said it before. Mbappé, you are not Messi. Mbappé, you are not Ronaldo. You are doing so well. As a rival fan, I love to watch Mbappé play. When I'm playing video game FC, Mbappé is my favorite player. I always choose Real Madrid. I'm not that biased, but I always say the truth as it is. Alonso, you've been doing well. Losing 4 matches in all competition, it's not something of a big deal. But then, you're coaching the best club in the world. As a Barcelona fan, I have to say this: Real Madrid is the best club in the world. You're coaching the best club in the world, and you need to give them the standard that Real Madrid are up to. Real Madrid, they don't play mediocre. They are not used to being second place. Real Madrid, they have this mentality of champions. And this has what made them to win 15 Champions League. It's just a matter of time and they add to it. But then, Alonso, your philosophy is not something that is augmenting well with the players. You needed to carry everybody along. Jude Bellingham, look at his stats. Look at Vinicius' stats. Look at Rodrigo stats. Valverde and the rest. They had good performance as a team, collectively. And then you came around, and now the law of diminishing return has took over everything, because you use more of an input, of a single input, Mbappé, to carry the whole cost of production in Real Madrid. At first, you won the Clasico. You gave them back that hope, that vigor, that spirit of winning, the mentality. We saw what Vinicius played at the Clasico. We saw, all Real Madrid players that were so intense. The energy, the ginger, everything was there. We saw everything. The Real Madrid team, they outplayed Barcelona. I was so overwhelmed by Real Madrid's style of play. And I say, really, this fairy tale of Barcelona coming to an end. 5 points. But your over-reliance on Mbappé cost you this. As a good coach, you have to think. I mean, you really had to have that reality check and say, bro, Mbappé, sooner or later, injury can catch up with this guy. He might drop form. Who else will I look up to in times like this? You are not in good terms with Vinicius. It's so obvious, everyone knows that. Even a lay person who watch football will understand that. Rodrigo, he doesn't even have the confidence in himself. You've been putting Hendrik on the bench. In times like this, Hendrik is supposed to be the one that can step up. But what happened? You don't believe in that young man. You killed his confidence. Someone who people initially had to, compare with Lamine Yamal. This is to show that the boy has a lot of prospects. But guess what? This boy was in the bench. Even in bench, he had a red card. That means, I don't know, some fans are beginning to say someone who has a red card in the bench means the next match he will miss being on the bench. Like, this is something unheard of. A player who has sat in the bench more times than he has played eventually got a red card in the bench, and he will miss the bench in next match. That means the next match he's not even supposed to come to the stadium. Alright, I'm just kidding, that's not it. But then, Real Madrid, this is a reality check. Alonso, you have just little time to turn things around. You have little time to turn things around. That match against Man City, let me tell you why they didn't sack you. It was because Mbappé did not play that match. Had Mbappé played that game, your sack would have been imminent. But right now, you're living like your life, your career is hanging on a thread. Your career is hanging on a balance. Madrid are just waiting from now to January. You have just a couple of games to bring back the spirit of Real Madrid alive and get back the support from the fans. Your next match against Alaves, you need to make a statement. You need to win that match without Mbappé. You need to make the other players play collectively. Jude Bellingham, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Valverde. Bring the best out of these guys. These guys are not being paid salary to, become Mbappe's minions. No, this is Real Madrid. Everybody has to turn up. Even when Cristiano Ronaldo was in Real Madrid, Bale was putting in good numbers. Benzema was doing his own part. Marcelo, those crosses. Toni Kroos, Modric, they were adding up. In times where Real Madrid they need a winner, you see this man, Sergio Ramos from nowhere, a header, poop, inside the net. Toni Kroos, those outside shots, he was bringing it in. Even though Ronaldo was the star man, the other players, they stepped up. Alonso. This is the final warning I'm giving you. Turn things around for Real Madrid and make them the elite champion that they are. Otherwise, it's just a couple of matches before you get the axe, before you get the final matching orders. So tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think the law of diminishing returns has finally caught up with Real Madrid, or do you think Xabi Alonso can finally turn things around and reinstate Real Madrid as champions? Tell me what you think in the comment section, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe on your favorite channel, Champ Footy. Thank you very much.